Puneet, she is a really hard-working girl. She is sincere, soft-spoken. She always cares about the studies. So she's a really hard worker. Then second is Harjap Singh Dhillon. Harjap is really a genius, intelligent, but only thing he's little bit lazy. Then is Zenia Gill. She is also really intelligent, hardworking, and she is always a career-oriented. She wants to do like doctor in her life, and I hope she will do it. Next is Jas Garewal. Jas Garewal is a lonely, innocent, and a hard-working kid. He is living with his chachi. His parents are back in India. Next is Imrandeep Singh Akku. This guy came only this year in our school. He is the epicenter of the earthquake. He respects all his friends. He's a nice guy. Then Raminder Singh Johal. We call him Remy. Remy is honest, intelligent, hardworking, and if I call him the most improved guy, if we compare the last classes, he is the most improved and a nice guy. Then Jasmine Kaur Khera. Jasmine is very quiet, hardworking, peace-loving, and moreover, she's a Punjabi girl. And if you remember, she won, I think she's a runner-up of Miss Punjaban also. Then, Jaswinder Singh Kundan. He's a fun lover. He enjoys life. And for your information, he also played as a punt like 2-3 times in previous occasions. And he's a nice Punjabi guy. Born in Canada, but Punjabi. Then there is other guy who born in Punjab. He came only like 2-3 years here. He born in Punjabi, but now he is pure Canadian. Gurpreet Singh Nahal. Next is Amandeep Singh Parmar. Amandeep is a very quiet guy. He loves to drive and he wants to go to university. And after Amandeep is Jaspreet Kaur Singh. Jaspreet is nice, smart, intelligent girl, little bit noisy, loves to talk. And after that is our muscle man, right? Rajveer Singh. Rajveer also played Pandey with Jesse, and they played a very good role in there. Rajveer is an angry young man. He loves to fight, but he's a nice muscle man, and he really know how to respect the elders, his teachers. He's a nice guy. Now I request Mr. Ing. He's the vice principal of our school, teach math. He will present his slideshow. Mr. Ing.
I cannot take all credit for this wonderful evening, because if it wasn't for most of the girls taking over the fundraising, the arrangements, Puneet as our treasurer, getting everything done, I'm pretty sure we'd be having this at Headway in the gym. So give a round of applause to the grade 12 class for making this possible. Well, you can finally say you made it. I was pretty sure one of your teachers was going to kill you this year and that you would never make it to June. But you did. And now that you have finished all the hardships that you've had now, you get the lucky opportunity to go face the hardships that will come in September. They don't go away. They really don't. And this is where I get to say, okay, focus, quiet, and you listen to me now. One of my favorite quotes is from a book called The Count of Monte Cristo. And no, we did not study this in class. But in this book, there's a point where this young boy is captured in Rome, and the Count comes and rescues him. And these brigands are going to cut off his finger and send it to his father as proof that he has been captured. And he shouts, "Do your worst." And at his birthday party, for his 16th birthday, the Count says this: "Life is a storm, my young friend. You will bask in the sunlight one moment, be shattered on the rocks the next. What makes you a man is what you do when that storm comes. You must look into that storm and shout as you did it in Rome, 'Do your worst, for I will do mine.' Then the fates will know you as we know you, as Albert Mondego, the man." I want you guys, when you face your hardships and your challenges and when you're ready to give up, I want you to shout back and say, "Do your worst," because I'm not going to give up and you are not worth it. I am. So here's to your future.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is enjoying themselves tonight, and I would like to thank everyone for coming out to celebrate with us. I will be keeping this speech short and simple tonight because I'm sure you are all anxious to hear what our graduates have to say tonight. First and foremost, I would like to say thank you to Mr. Sidhu as well as to my family, because I'm certain I would not be standing here if it were not for them. As for class 2009, we made it. We are official graduates of Headway School. This class started off as only a few 11-year-old kids who were strangers to each other in grade 6. And now, 6 years later, here we are, closer than ever, graduating together tonight. As for our teachers, I know we drove each other crazy, but I can honestly say, on behalf of our class, we know you still had a great time with us this year. However, we could not do it without all of your support along the way, and know all you want is the best of success for all of us. I am standing here thinking about the 12 years that brought me here today, and I have no regrets and look forward to what the future brings me. I wish the best and all the success for each and every one of my classmates. Thank you.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the staff of Headway School. You guys been doing an awesome job. Right. And I'd also like to thank my family, especially my parents, and all of you guys for coming down. A lot of you, some of you guys came from like Vancouver and stuff, and BC. So thanks for making the trip. It makes me feel special.
Xenia.
I would just like to thank Mr. Sidhu for being there for me for the last 5 years. I truly appreciate it. I know I've driven you crazy. You hate me sometimes, I hate you sometimes, but I somehow feel like I owe you my life. And I'd like to thank my parents for being there for me, especially for last month. I know it's been hard, but thank you. And I'd also like to thank Laka Chacha. You're the man. I love you.
Just Gariba.
Hello everyone. Okay, I'm so proud to be here, be a part of this graduating class. I'm proud of each and every one of us because we have made it through the high school years together. I'd like to thank all of our teachers and our principal, Mr. Sidhu, for not only tolerating us while we tease their patience, and also helping us get through the school years, granting us with great knowledge that we may apply to our lives in the time ahead of us, and motivating us to achieve our goals. Also, I'd like to thank who, along with being my classmates, have been my friends. I'm thankful that you have stuck with me in the time that we spent together, and I hope that I have done the same for you. I look forward to continuing our friendship with the best in all of us future. Good luck.
I'm Imrandeep, and well, first I'd like to say thanks to my mom. She put up with a lot this year. Not the last month, you know, from like range. Yeah. So, well, I haven't been with this class too long, but I've been there, and it's been a wicked time. It's like been really fun. The biggest shout I'd like to give is to Mr. Sidhu, well, sort of, but mostly to the staff and students at Headway. If it wasn't for them, I guess I wouldn't be here graduating. I'd probably be on the highway. And I'd like to give a famous quote from this guy that I know. You probably heard of him. Well, a lot of kids call him Jaggi Uncle, but I call him I gotta call him Mr. Sidhu at school. Well, it's Headway or the highway, right? 91st Street, hit 91st and White Mud's just down the road. And then you're right there, right? So, thanks.
If life is like a roller coaster, then the first 5 years of our lives we're just hopping into the seat. The last 12 we're getting the seatbelt on. Welcome to this roller coaster ride we call life. Graduation isn't the end to this ride. It's only the beginning. The door to immaturity has closed and the window to the many opportunities that lie ahead has opened. For most of us, this journey started off in preschool or in kindergarten. Who would have thought that there would be more to this journey than just playing house and learning how to color? I, for one, didn't. That's why when they introduced math in grade 3, I was the one most shocked and confused. From there on out, it only got harder, but we made it this far, leaving behind memories paved together, footprints in each other's hearts, and most importantly, the comforts given to us by our parents, teachers, and Headway School. We embark upon our future and take our first few steps into the real world. We have come here as boys and girls. However, we hope to leave as men and women, the men and women of your tomorrow. Your doctors, your engineers, and your lawyers. If it wasn't for our teachers and mentors who taught and guided us, we wouldn't stand here before you today. So, I'd like to take this opportunity and thank my parents without whom I would never have made it this far. My teachers who had the pleasure to know and they had the misfortune to teach, and principal who I learned who wasn't that different from us after all. I hope your dreams take you to the corners of your smiles, to the highest of your hopes, to to the windows of your opportunities and to the most special places your heart has ever known. Thank you.
Life, whether they were people I enjoyed talking to or not, and whether they were nice to me or not. However, the day I came to Headway, my life changed. I got to know many new people and many new friends. And all of them are here today with me graduating grade 12. We started off as strangers, moved on as friends, and now we are leaving as a family. But I know that no matter where we will be, the love between us will grow. I would like to thank my class for being there for me no matter what, and would also like to thank the teachers for helping me be where I am today. I would like to thank Mr. Sidhu for helping me become a better person, and my family and friends for being here with me today to help this moment become more special for me. And my mom and dad for encouraging me to reach my goal. Some of us are here today, including our parents, are wondering how our lives are going to turn out. It is okay to wonder, but I also think it is important to realize that our future is not just something that happens to us. It is up to us to create it. Good luck to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you everybody for coming out, taking time out of your busy schedules for our little gathering and becoming a part of our lives, this little celebration. I'd like to thank my parents first of all. They've done a really good job with me. I've made it. Mr. Sidhu, if it wasn't for you, I don't know where I'd be. All the staff, Mr. Gill, he's always been there for me. Mr. Pasi, Mrs. Medic, I don't know if she's over there. Miss Hayden, Mrs. Mooney, Mrs. Kang, you guys have always been there supporting me. I'm really thankful. And once again, thank you for coming out, and hope you guys have a good evening. Thank you.
Everybody, thanks for coming out tonight. I'm thankful to Mr. Sidhu because he encouraged me through this grade 12. And I'm also thankful to my all friends and my family and my parents. They helped me a lot, and I couldn't have it done without them. Thanks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First off, I'd like to thank my family for always being there and supporting me. I'd like to thank Mr. Sidhu for giving me a second chance at his school. I'd like to thank the staff of Headway School for being there. I'd like to thank the board members as well for helping starting the school. And most of all, I'd like to thank my friends for being there through thick and thin, you could say. Especially Husman, Ravi, and Remy, and then all the rest.
Jaspreet Singh.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight. These past 7 years have been memorable. I can honestly say that me and my classmates are like a second family for me, and I really love you guys, and I'm gonna miss you guys, and I'm never gonna forget any of our memories. And I'd like to thank Mr. Sidhu for treating us like his own children and putting up with all the nonsense, and our teachers for putting up with our non-stop talking and all the sidetracking. And I basically spent 7 years with all of you, and I'll never forget any of you. And going to post-secondary is basically a big step for all of us, but it doesn't mean that I'll ever forget any of you guys.
As we, the graduation class of 2009, sit here watching the last of our high school careers fade into twilight and nervously waiting what new adventure tomorrow will bring, it is important that we share a moment to reflect and to appreciate the enormity of our fine accomplishment. For tonight's graduation marks not only our passage from the class of Headway School, but is also a declaration of our commitment and effort. Headway School's history. I would like to thank you, first of all, our wonderful Mr. Sidhu, the principal of this Headway School. And for first and most, and the teachers, Mr. Gill, Madame Fontaine, merci à vous, and Miss Hayden, Miss Kang, Miss Punian, and so all other staff. Tonight, we sit here as proof of hope for the future. We are the businessmen, teachers, law enforcement agency members, and doctors and lawyers. By our own dedication to our successes in high school, having qualified to lead a future, tonight, we rise above and shed those labels. For tonight, graduation is the culmination of our commitment for efforts from that first day of kindergarten to now, as we await the satisfaction of diplomas in our hands. While at times it may have been easy to have been drawn into the negative aspects of school, we have chosen to pursue and to accomplish. Worthy of our pride, this is why I congratulate you. With the support of our parents, our teachers, and our friends, we made it to this day and to the beginning of a new stage of our lives. Where we go from here and what new frontiers we are met to discover may remain unseen. But as we step out of these doors tonight and stare into the first lights of what is to come and what is to be, always remember tonight's victory, for no matter what tomorrow brings, be it the simplest path or a road worked with twists and turns, tonight we share an achievement. Class of 2009, congratulations. Always take with you the memories, the knowledge, and the self-satisfaction of a job well done. Thank you.
I would like to thank some special people here. First and foremost, I would like to introduce you to our special guest last year, and he's here again, Dr. Tarlochan Singh Bakshi. Could you please wave at people, Dr. Bakshi? Last year he told us his story, how he came to Washington, got his PhD, and then he started University of Athabasca. He literally started it with the first course. And then of course, after many successes, he retired. But 3 weeks ago, University of Athabasca named a building after him. It's called a Bakshi Herbarium. What's a herbarium? It's a library of plants. So a whole building is named after our very own Dr. Bakshi. That's how important he is in education in Alberta. We have Dr. Bakshi's sister, Mrs. Guhoon here, who was here also last year. Remember, we told you that in 60s, she was a single mother in India. In 60s, she came to Saskatchewan with 3 kids, all of whom I know now. And there she is, and then she was a teacher there, English teacher, and she retired, and we met her in Saskatoon. And this bug for service, a service seva karan di jehdi aadat hai, mera khayal hai, I caught it from her. I think I caught that bug to serve the community from her in Saskatoon. And I think it's doing a good job inside of me, because she's a tireless, volunteer for the community all the time. And we learned that in Saskatoon, how hard she worked. And I sort of just started doing things with her there. And when I came to Edmonton, it never stopped. Thank you, Mrs. Guhoon, for giving a wonderful bug. Then I have, board members here. Our president, Prabhjot Pal Singh. Of course, Dr. Sidhu, Mrs. Kang, Mrs. Punia. Yes, we do have 20 board members, but 3 of them are in Ontario, 1 of them is in USA, and the other people are busy today, I guess. Mrs. Kara, I'd like to recognize, because I think she has this community service bug also. She's always, I see her at Mother's Day. Doesn't matter who's doing the function, she's always up there. She's at our, graduations or anything else. I'm talking about our very own girl, saadi apni kudi jehdi hegi hai, Aman Gill. Our staff, Vice Principal Mr. Ng, Miss Hayden, our English teacher, who also organized this. Ms. Katrib, our elementary teacher, Mr. Gill, Mr. Passy, our social studies person, and Madame Fontaine. When it comes to education, Guru Nanak Sahib Ji had the last word. Actually, he closed the debate on education. He made education a religion. He called all the people Sikhs that you're always going to be learning. No matter how many degrees you have, no matter who you are, always learning. And of course, Guru's education was such, it didn't give you a curriculum, but I told you to learn. What's the purpose of this education? And I don't care if it happens in a temple, in a mosque, in a gurdwara, or at Headway school. The purpose of education is to make sure that you have integrity and everybody else has integrity. In my life, that's all I have learned. Very small, very simple rule that everybody has integrity. And for that, Guru Nanak gave us 3 beautiful rules. Work hard and honestly, share, and pray. Any human being who does not work hard and honestly, it's very hard to say they have integrity. Any human being who doesn't share, it's hard to say they have integrity. Because either you have too much and others don't. When the others are starving, how could you have integrity when you have too much? On the other hand, when you don't have enough, your children are starving, how do you have integrity? And of course, praying to somebody big